for the manner in, you are saying politicians jumped in. What about a DGP jumping in and targeting another police force, Yashovardhan?
That's the whole point, Rajdeep. And I want to tell Priyanka ji that such DGPs are appointed by the political executive without following the norms, without following the procedures, and without looking at the merit come experience. And my last point, Rajdeep, is very important. This case of Sushant's death, there are many Sushants who are committing suicides in Mumbai, coming from places in UP and Bihar. This should have been beyond crime investigation. The nation and the political party should have looked into depression, should have looked into these suicides, rather than creating a tamasha for the last 6 months over a simple piece of crime investigation. Not allowing even dignity.
Exactly.
You should name and
You are
shame
in
the political
2611.
party.
This Congress.
Time out, gentlemen, time out. Clearly, name and shame should start with our Banana Republic channel. Today, I'm going to say, I have kept quiet all these days while my old friend has targeted me during my Riya Chakrabarti interview and more. But today I'm going to say, Arnab Goswami, you run a Banana Republic channel. You run a channel that has deliberately created a media trial for whatever your ends are, but do not bring journalism down to the level that you have. This is the only advice I will give you. This is not what journalism is about. You want me to name and shame? I will name and shame today, because I have kept quiet for 2.5 months and listened to the crap that you have put out on air with only one purpose that you had, to try and get rating points. There's something more important than TRPs, my friend. It's called television respect points. Wake up and smell the coffee. Thanks for watching. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll turn to ground report Hathras. The UP police calls the Hathras case a conspiracy to malign the Yogi government. More shocking revelations coming from Hathras, the divide on the ground. Back in a moment.
The Hathras case is actually the gang rape that happened in UP, Uttar Pradesh. This Dalit girl, poor girl, got gang raped. Her back was broken in half. She was left to die by upper caste Hindu. Family. There was some family dispute over the years, and this girl lives, and her community are the lower caste Dalit, who live on an enclave which is surrounded by the upper class Brahmins, and there was a family dispute with this girl's family, and one of those accused of raping her, gang raping her, and they gang raped her allegedly. Before she died, no one reported the crime. She was not allowed, her family was not allowed to report the crime. This was what's going on. Apparently the news that was going on, that was reported, and the girl's family tried to report the incident to the police, but apparently she was being they were being stopped from reporting the incident. Also, the girl died eventually after a week or two. Before she died, she said she was raped, gang raped and all that, but they are saying that it's a conspiracy. The upper class community of that area have gone behind the accused, and they've actually rallied and protested, and they've gathered, and the lower class people, the Dalits, they've also rallied, and the Congress, which is the opposition party of Indian government, Indian politics, they have rallied this call. They're playing the race card or the caste card, and that's what's been going on. Well, all at the same time, the major reports 24 hours is about the suicide of Sushant Singh Rajput, and the Banana Republic that he was referring to is called Republic Bharat, which is the other channel, which they're the opposition channel of this. They're a rival television channel which has more sensationalized news, and Arnab Goswami, who he was referring to, is actually the chief of that channel who launched it. He's the man in charge, and he's the head reporter. He's actually a journalist, but it's very tabloidy, and he's been pushing this murder angle from for the Sushant Singh Rajput suicide. He's also been pushing the same agenda as the BJP, which is the nationalists in the government party of India. And Kangna Ranaut is one of the actors who revealed a lot of stuff, and also exaggeration about the nepotism that goes on in Bollywood film industry, where Sushant belonged, the actor who committed suicide. And because he was one of the outsiders from village in the outskirts away in the rural areas, which is a poor poor state, Bihar, and he was on the outside of the nepotism, which Kangrana, not the actress, refers to, was the pressure that was being put on Sushant from the film industry for his talent not being exposed because of the nepotism, and they favor and Kangrana is also an outsider, and she has been pushing the BJP. And as you know, politics is very entangled with so many different ulterior motives that it's not very easy to explain so clearly in black and white. But the main issue is the media has been 24 hours on this channel, India Today, pushing the suicide case, and his rival channel, which is the Republic Bharat, who the head journalist, whom he refers to as Banana Republic, has been pushing the conspiracy murder theory that all at the same time for the last 4 months it's been going on, and the only news is this news about the suicide. And like the man said, there's been so many other suicides in the last 4 months, but the only one, because it's captured the nation. It's captured the nation, and it's managed to whitewash what's really going on. And what's really going on is China has attacked India. India has no answer for it. China has grabbed land from Indian borders and killed 20 soldiers, and China has captured 10 soldiers, including officers, and it was a blatant violation, right? And China says it's the line of actual control, which they say, and also the propaganda going on from Chinese side as well. As you know, they were the aggressors, but they claim that India was the aggressor, but India was actually defending their land, which actually in a way that does belong to them, but China has taken over that land and aggressively killed 20 of their soldiers, which is was an act of war really. But the BJP government has no solution to protect the people of India, has no agenda to protect the people of India from an aggressor like China, which they could have done. They could have used China's the bad publicity that China's been getting from the COVID-19 situation. Instead, they chose to cover it up with this suicide of the actor, which is a very up-and-coming superstar, and captured the nation's attention with that, while China's grabbing land from India, killing people, killing soldiers, innocent soldiers who were actually just protecting their own land. They were protecting their own land, but they got killed. Now, there should be an answer, but there is no answer. Why these people cannot protect their own people? They cannot protect their land. What they do instead is this meaningless propaganda, whitewashing the people, playing with people's sentiments and playing with people's lives. At the same time, cannot protect the people. it's not going to do anything. Those Rafale fighter jets are just um, doesn't make a dent in what China's capabilities are. Instead, they're just playing about with the people's feeling, and this is what's going on. Not just India's doing it; the whole world is doing it with these kind of politics. And this is what the people are suffering. The main issue is people are suffering, and with the COVID case, they haven't even got the grip of it, and the poor are suffering. That's my main issue.